Semi-finals time here at ECS Season 7. You currently join us in a best-of-3 between Avangar and North. First map is trained 16-7, but remember, both pistols went in favour of North. A lot of tie 1v1s maybe doesn't tell the full story of the game itself, the scoreline. Moving on to DAY2, which is Avangar's pick. They're not looking too good individually, which does not bode well. North seem pretty good across the board. There's a couple of players absolutely missing for Avangar right now. I was thinking in the break just then, I think the 2-0 is locked in. I feel like North have got this. What do you think, James?
I didn't see as much as I would have liked from Avangar. It didn't look too competitive. They had a few ways in, again, like we mentioned. But I don't know. I feel like it was, I think the North are winning that most of the time. I think like 17 out of 20 times it felt like to me.
Yeah.
Dan raised some good questions about the map pool of Avangar. Maybe we saw some of that on train. I think we will see more. There's more freedom here. I don't think we'll see. There were like a lot of dry peaks. No real like flash pays or anything like that. Just like towards the B bomb site, just high and low, just using people to absorb bullets basically, or just go for dry mad duels. But maybe this is a more beneficial map if you want to play that playstyle.
Yeah, we are missing Crizzen this week as well for Avangar, so obviously not maybe 100% synergized right now. It seems like that Sanji kid though is pretty unbelievable. Not aware of him myself, but he seems like his individual skill was pretty on the mark, I have to say. So I'm excited to see what he can do in DAY2. It's my favorite map to cast just because it's so fast-paced. You can see the craziest plays. Hopefully, James comes online as well. That's one thing that was absolutely missing. He is pivotal to their success. His AWP, it does not really bode well at all that on train he couldn't connect the dots, because that's where the AWPs really come into their own. Train is the most AWP-centric map, in my opinion. DAY2 might be second to that. We'll see what happens here. The game is live, ladies and gents. North looking for that 2-0, and it looks like the straight-up B rush is coming in here. All 5 players heading over. Gade has the P250 this time, and James just spotting towards T-spawn. Kickout's going to spot a lot, and there's 2 players ready to defend, but the smoke is down, and here we go. A nice headshot. Looks like a couple of kills for Avangar.
Yeah, not a bad start. Bomb will go down though, and they'll get to play the post plant. Sanji can't unlock tunnels. That's a big frack there from Valde. Although not done with the tunnels just yet. Fitch looking to have a better performance on DAY2. He was a bit missing on train. We'll pick off one more, and James, he's now the focal point here. He's doing good health, has to get a solid headshot in here, especially at the player at range. That's a really big problem. Headshots being offered up potentially here. James being toyed with though, and he'll eventually be finished off. 4 kills for Valde. North pick up another pistol. 3 of 3 pistols so far for them. And the Avangar will not be rejoicing all that much just yet. I think the force buy or eco territory of DAY2 is horrible on the CT side. No one likes it. It feels just so hopeless.
Yeah. There's James and his Zeus again. It doesn't look like they'll force into this second round. They'll try and bring out the rifles in the third.
I want to see a 5 scout eco from CTs. 5 scout force buy rather.
It's coming. One of these days. They're going to rush middle for now, those CTs, and 2 of them will be tagged up. Cadian wants to get...
That is max range.
Wow. Okay, well, that's happening. And this is actually getting expensive now. Bombs planted in B. AZ's done damage, and they've given up a scout, but the round will still be North's. They don't have to chase this too much. Yes, the scout's been given over, but it's not a huge deal.
I mean, aren't they buying next rounds?
Yes.
Or are they, so they could just try to do some more damage.
The scout's fine for that
no
sort
one
of
has
round, you know.
Any Kevlar, but wouldn't you want an AWP? Can they afford one? Maybe you can't actually. No, you wouldn't be able to.
Give him the Mac 10 then. Let him hunt for one, for more money. For bonus monies. Kicker has nothing but a Deagle. Buster's got nothing but a Mac 10.
Yeah.
If they, well, maybe they're going to double eco.
They might eco again, you know.
I don't think they will.
I mean, you...
If they go M4s, they won't have much in the name of grenades, right?
Yeah.
Trust me, they ain't eco in this one. We're going in.
Why save a Mac 10 then? Versus rifles.
Exactly.
It's not like they're going to get bonus money from the kill.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Why are you asking me? That's what they did. They denied $300 for North, I guess.
As Fitch just taking the L. He's really taking the L here. No Kevlar. You get a Mac 10. Have fun, mate.
Yeah, he had to drop the AWP, so I guess that's why. They had to drop...
Mac 10, no armor.
Yeah, they're all classic.
They have 2 grenades. I don't know why they hold on to the... I feel like maybe he could have... I don't know, man.
Trust me, an AWP, 3 orgs is enough to win a round of Dust
Yeah, that's
2.
cool. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the last round, I feel like they just left money on the table. And I don't feel like... They didn't use the scout from the previous round. The Deagle... Why doesn't it at least Fitch have the Deagle instead of Kika?
Yeah, that is a good question. He should.
Playing mid
Yeah,
with
there's a
Mac
lot of
10.
questions in that round for me at the end of it. I feel like... I don't know how they end like that, the rounds.
Well, North are playing
Let's
really
move on.
slow. They've barely put any pressure on the map. They took away long with just nades, that's it. So far, Fitch actually might be in a good position here with this Mac 10, because there will be a bait. Oh, there's one. He almost gets himself a second one. That's not bad. Now 3 versus 4 for the CTs. Time is starting to run out for the T side, and this is a good peek from Sanji, but oh man, he couldn't get the kill onto Cadian. Once again, Cadian survives. And Cadian might go down first here. Oh, no. Okay, well, never mind. I was going to say Cadian will go down, but he's got guaranteed trade frag.
Yeah. James seems really off the mark today.
Yeah.
With these, that's not an easy shot, but like his positioning looks so static. He wasn't really ready for players to be there. They've already had casualties on that side of the map. It's going to be pretty much a clean sweep. Just one player goes down. North really on their feet now. Avangar with nothing here in round 4. And James has just bought the AWP straight up.
What is going on?
He's not, like, if he was playing lights out today, I'd say, yeah, that's cool, but he is not. So, we'll see if this...
Full
leads
buy...
to
Why? I'm so confused. This is such a bizarre string of rounds. Like, your foot... Like, what's the value in this, though?
Ooh.
You're 3-0. It's at the beginning of the match. It's not really... There's not really value in it in terms of the T's economy. So why ruin your entire economy for a full buy in the next round?
James, trust me, whenever I've made these sort of monologues, it always turns out they win the round.
Got to say it for the sake of the viewers, like...
Yeah.
It's a weird one. Don't want to call tilt 3 rounds into a game, but it's definitely a strange choice. But
Even if it pays off, is it worth the gamble long term?
no.
That's so like it's not really necessarily about the one outcome.
I had this discussion on my stream recently that like some teams play a style of the game where sure they'll take best threes and look super dangerous every so often, but they do it because they don't have a consistent play style. So there'll just never be a top 8 team consistently like you'd like in Astralis, because if you play gambly like that, you know, sometimes you feel it feels great because it works out, but it's not a good way to play the game overall. And this might work out. My God, making the 5-7 look a bit dangerous there, close range. However, there's no retake options here for Avangar. Open a CZ. They do not have a kit. They've got no nades.
Where was the gun that was dropped earlier? Well, wherever it is, it's not in B tunnels. Of course, the guns are on the other side. And he could actually walk in and pick one up. Again, all he's got to lose is Kevlar, but it seems he's playing for exit frags instead. So, I honestly don't understand how you can come to a decision to buy like that in the first place. In round 4. If anyone has any opinions on why they might do that, I'm more than happy to hear them, but...
Yeah, there's like so many issues that you can talk about. Like one of the problems, for example, is that
Kika died.
on Dust 2,
What?
a solo AWP on CT side, it can be amazing. But the problem is that there's many rounds in which it won't be, because the nature of rotations on this map is just huge. So a team can just like own a couple players really fast. There's an enormous rotation time, and you just never get in again because of lack of utility or whatever.
Do we know where the
else.
bomb was planted in that round? Was it default?
I think so, yeah. Oh, no,
Because-
sorry, it was just beneath the window. It was on the
Okay, yeah, so if Kika actually went to that car position, he could have
Yeah.
kept that AK-47 as well and not died on the site. He would have survived.
Oh, they're rushing B. Here we go.
Nice. 3 players stacked B. They had an inkling, and they got everyone there. North are in for a rough time. They can't get even out choke point. All right, well, this one's worked out. This is sometimes also like the gambling nature of Dust 2, because sometimes the B rush is just absolutely savage, the way the timings work out. And sometimes there's 3 players inexplicably on the B-bomb side at the beginning of the rounds, and it just blows you up. So it's kind of one of those spots where you can't really fault North for trying it too much. Because North are also changing at the pace. If the other team expects defaults or they expect long takes, there's a distinct possibility that you run in with a good timing onto that B-bomb site and you win the round.
Do you remember that match I think it was early in Cadian's addition to North on Inferno, and they basically kept going 4vx, 5vx into the B-bomb site repeatedly. It was like it was just a game of complete brute force. I was expecting that kind of thing if we saw an Inferno versus a Avangar. We're seeing basically a similar thing attempted here early on. There's time to experiment. They've got the lead as well. They can change the pace, of course. So let's see how things continue. There'll be another shot through the smoke. There will be, but no connection this time. No early frag. Smoke on platform, and short will quickly be taken by North. Now let's see what they choose to do after this. A minute 37 and they have the short position. Now do they go back to take the long area? The bomb is outside long for now, and AZ's keeping the CTs honest. James is holding the angle with AWP. He's got Sanji on the A bomb site. James has no flashbangs though. Often the sniper would need to flash for the guy holding short, flash behind his head so we can fight, but there are no flashes, so we bear that in mind. Two players are spotted on B in that duel where Valde went down. And it seems they won't go for a long take after all. It will be a brute force from that short position.
You can see them trying to focus towards long and short. Sanji with the more difficult task right now, and he's back up from James to detect the threat. The flashes will come in momentarily, and down he goes. Gabi with the first kill. Sanji has been good so far, but can he find multiple frags here? There's the first, gives his position up, but he's absolutely fine. Still has 84 HP. I think he's got another one here. And he holds up, not quite. Great shot from Gade, 3 versus 3. Bomb planted, kits available, but Buster on the AWP for the retake here. 2 players in spawn, and there's one heading towards short.
Oh dear. That was a real chance here. Gade and AZ have to do all the lifting for the team. And Avangar, do they have kits? Yes, they all have kits. They've got nades as well. Hanging back quite far there. AZ does take control of Catwalk once again, and now he is instrumental. Flashbang, smoke also going over. And there you go. Avangar holding that against all the odds.
Yeah.
Very well played. Again, Avangar were gambling completely. They had 3 players on B. They had 2 players on A to deal with 5, and strangely Avangar didn't even push the B tunnels, even though there's like 45 seconds left and they had so much pressure on Catwalk. That's really a cue to go get some information so you can rotate early. They didn't even do that, still won the round. That's kind of crazy. I feel like North should have been able to punish that. To Avangar's credit, they were unable to do so against their defense. So this is a turning point. This is a big turning point.
Well, James seems to think so. Got himself in towards lower B here as they're rushing short. And let's kick up. Actually watching it, no problem. There's no smoke at Xbox. That's going to be an issue here. They're going to be punished one by one. Shouldn't be an issue here. It's Fitch picks them off. Gade will get 1 kill towards long and hasn't managed to recover the rifle just yet. He won't get a chance to either. Just Cadian now with the PT-50 holding us short. It's going to be 4-3. Cadian is looking to cause any sort of financial damage he can. He's got a flashbang, going to throw that up. Commit off it, see what's available to him in CT spawn. Not a whole lot. That's the bomb going down and himself. There it is, Avangar looking more comfortable here on Dust 2. Well, he's starting to stabilize on the north side, but not enough for the full buy. There is a buy there. They won't have the AWP though. They'll be focusing on the rifles here and the utility. So round A, that's double orb setup has been much better for Avangar here on Dust 2, their map pick. It is Mirage if we need it to close out the series. As James heads towards B this time, sending 3 over there once again as Smoke Xbox comes in.
It's very strange, I have to say. I don't think North are probably used to anyone playing like this because there is a whole host of issues with doing that. It's very gambly, as I said. And once it's one of those things when you figure out that they're just doing that all the time, it becomes very exploitable. So they start off the round like that. Now perhaps they're just really paranoid of B rushes. Like,
well, there was a B rush in the pistol. There was a B rush in the 3rd round, which they won, I believe. So yeah, they're just kind of maybe trying to negate that fact and make sure they show presence if it comes in again. There's 3 people there. Once it's been spotted, they can stop running it as much. But for now, this looks like a long take coming in from North. focusing towards the middle as well. You see two smokes towards the left and right-hand side. It allows Val to sneak through the spawn if he wants to, and ultimately stop transitional players from the B bomb side. He checks out towards window as well. You can see he's got that nice veil as he comes and peeks. Just keeping them locked in towards that B side of the map, but that's pretty underwhelming peek towards long. Perfect positioning from Sanji here. He's also got to play in the pits. They start with 3 and B. They now have 3 players towards long with a man advantage.
35 seconds. 3 players up long. Hazy takes one in the face. Now, there's a car position to deal with. There are no flashes. North creeping slowly. They can try to hold a short position, but he needs to secure a bomb plant as well. I don't know if anybody is on the slope. Bomb is being planted. They don't have shorts. The Molotov may save them for a time. Valde taking down very far rotators. Sanji's fallen to the flames after picking Cadian off. Gade needs help. Valde's on the way towards that short position. He's holding his space for the time being, Gade. One player by the car might have just seen a slither of him. But whereas the second last player, Valde up short, that's a great headshot from him. And it's falling to pieces for Avangar. Buster hasn't revealed his position just yet. He's got a defuse kit. Can he get around this corner in time to avoid getting traded? Gade will finish it off. Gets shot in the face, but he's alive. 5-3 for North.
There we go, 5-3, back and forth we go, 3 rounds in a row for Avangar. Money's still strong for them. Double up setup still a possibility, and it's Gade, who has been a fantastic rifler, still technically his rookie year of CSGO. Came up through the academy system of North, and finds himself in the main team now, getting stronger and stronger as the months go by. This is a pivotal moment though. Who will be able to break the economy of their opponent first? As mentioned, that double AWP setup comes out again. Galil for KRB, 3 players of our helmets, so it's actually a pretty powerful weapon this round. As again, they head towards B.
James got cat boosted at the beginning of the rounds, which isn't as common as it used to be. And, well, maybe they would be right to be so fearful of the B attacks. Maybe they've just watched a bunch of North demos and realized that North love hitting B hard. It could very well be the case. Sometimes it does look like a team's doing really weird stuff, but it actually is just that they did a crazy demo prep. And we've seen this boost punish any AWPer on Catwalk, but there is none. And James has since avoided that position. And Avangar playing a 2-on-2. So this is the first kind of normal setup that we've seen, I feel like, from Avangar at this time of the round. Lots of noise being made here by North around the double doors. Love those smokes. What are you going to do about that?
Counter flash, that's what. Fitch popping out. Great flash from Kika. Buster takes 2, Buster takes 3, looking for a 4th, but he can't shoot in time. Absolutely neutered on North. Cadian spots one by the window, can't get his shot off. Second shot at the crack of the whip, brother, but he will get taken out as well. Just the 1 frag for North. The B pushes that are prepared for by Avangar. Great counter flash in mid, and North gets shut down.
Yeah, and the double kill coming through. That's not bad at all. This is the one. Boom. 2 of them go down. It's one of the tightest choke points on the map. AWP at the back is very beneficial indeed. Tactical timeout for North now, as they have been absolutely wrecked financially, hovering around $2,500. Do they want to buy this one? Maybe not, considering they could probably get a reason to buy in the next round. How to go to 5-5. Work out what they're going to do here. Deagle for Gade. Buster has been delivering the goods with the AWP so far. James currently set on 3 and 4. Sanji not as hard hitting as he was on train, but it's very early days here. This is the pick of Avangar, looking to take us to the 3rd map. We have 1 game to bring you from the European division today. It's this one, and then we move on to NRG versus INTS later on in the afternoon.
Do you think Valve go on lavish trips to faraway places to do like research for map design?
I would say probably not.
Blow the budget, boys.
I would.
We're going to Egypt.
I would. They don't have like an enormous team of devs, and they were making a lot of
We
money.
need to
from
go
this
to
game.
Malaysia to look at the ladders. See what kind of ladders they've got.
You got to feel the emotions when you're there, James.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what it's
You
about.
got to hear the sounds. Make a recording for the radios up long. Or in T-spawn. Got to feel the carpets. I always hated this carpet, but this one's made from polyester. It's Inception reference.
Nice.
Back to you, boys.
Thank you so much.
Oh, nice nade. As to say that this is a map where on the T side, you're not really that happy unless you get 8 or more rounds, I feel like, a lot of the time. Because the CT side, it's hard to get rolling. The T side can get really far ahead pretty easily by playing a gambly style of play. Once again, Avangar going a 3-2, fearing the B push, but the B push is not to be. In rounds such as this, honestly, this is the most common strat, going for the cap play.
Yeah.
Cap, quick cat plants, get a run boost in there as well, some smokes down, some flashes over. Then you get the bomb down, you're happy. That's really what they're looking for.
Just waiting for that response from the CTs now. Flashes will go over momentarily. As Dan mentioned, the objective is purely to get that bomb down. 3 smokes. Need another flash ideally. James going to hit a few of these, but that's okay. They know they're going to take casualties here. It's just getting that bomb down is the main thing. Is it going to happen? It looks like it will. Money in the bag. That's $800 per player. And they might get a couple of kills out of this as well. There's the first. Second available. And you can see him falling back as well, trying to protect himself. That's James. So a kill and a bomb plant. Wasn't going to get much better than that, so they'll be fine with the outcome. But it is going to be 5-5 now. Avangar starting to get back into this one. Money stabilizing for North. Another great start with them at 4-0, but you can see why Avangar wanted to play this map. They look a lot more comfortable. 3 orgs, 2 orbs, all the utility. Everyone's got kits. They're fully equipped. KD with the long spawn and the AWP. You're going to want to stay on him, as there's very good chance he'll open things up. Depending on the procedure for the CTs, they definitely can counter it. It's not a guaranteed kill. If you have the flashbangs timed well, you can completely send it back in. Like that. You see, Molotov's in, you're flashed as well. You're not getting much out of that.
Cool gloves.
Oh, the run boost.
Henry, I do believe I smell ramen. Someone's cooking
I think
ramen.
I smell that as well. I was about to say the same thing.
Is it for me?
Could be. I can see what I can do.
I want ramen.
We could order some.
I got some ramen stuff to show you guys.
Oh,
Ramen what?
Stuff.
Oh.
Not food.
not food.
You'll see.
Okay.
I plan ahead, Henry.
I'm excited. It's clear.
Excited for the not food.
Yeah, whatever it could be. It's clear.
I
So
never disappoint. Come on, you know if
I
I've got
know you
something
don't.
on my sleeve.
That's fair. That's fair
I got
enough.
sleeve of wizard, Henry.
Yeah, mate, I'm always impressed with what you bring to the table. It's always wild, wacky, and fun. So,
But what do North have to bring to the table of Avangar? Is it frankincense and what's the other bit?
Myrrh.
Myrrh. Is that just it? Or is there
Gold.
more?
Gold.
Gold? Bit of
Yeah.
gold? It's not bad.
yeah, I'd
It's-
rather the
it's- I'm
gold
gonna
than the
try and find some
frankincense, to be
gold.
honest. I can say, can I just have the gold? You can keep the other two.
I want to buy
Three-
some
three
gold
of
from the
those.
Indians when I
Yeah.
go to Mumbai.
Yeah, you told me you're going to get that gangster chain going on.
That's Launders is a gangster chain. Mine is just you know, I don't know what mine is. Avangar trying to defend a B bomb site. We've got a player creeping through the smoke. He's been spotted and swatted by Buster. Sanji under the window. Always a pain to deal with this position. 21 seconds. North have to breach. They have to force their way. But there's only 2 of them. Caden's trying to cut off the rotators. Gade has got to deliver, but he gets shot in the back. And again, it is nil points for North. They don't really get anything. They get position, but no frags. No impact on the Avangar economy.
Yeah,
It's B again, and Avangar sweep.
ready to go. There are 3 in there. Like, it was absolutely fine. It seems to be the main focus for North here. More often than not is B splits. And Buster's at the back. You see no pressure for him. He's on flash. He's no Molotov towards his position. They've run out of utility completely on the T side. They're going in one by one through a pretty lackluster smoke. So Avangar take the lead now, 6-5. Another eco on the cards for North as the loss bonus starts to rack up. At 3rd stage now, P50s, Deagles, HEs, and the smoke towards Xbox, trying to suggest they're going for the same approach they did last time. But in fact, you know what? They're heading towards B again. That's what they want to try and do here. They've got nades. They could smoke in front of the tunnels, maybe nade the back platform. So watch out for that. They're going to go for the... Oh, there's a guy there as well. Nades coming, boys. Airstrike. Send it into the back. Send it. It hasn't killed him.
It's gone too far, Henry. Buster's still alive.
That's nuts.
And he's got support as well, and it is just a shooting gallery. It's pure archery. And they've hit plenty of bullseyes. Beautiful stuff. Well, there's something to learn there. Either you throw it far enough to bounce off the back wall, which I'm not sure how easy that would be. Just want to practice at home.
decent idea, but they really are getting wrecked in B every single round.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be working out.
Was
for
that
them.
3 grenades or 4
4.
grenades? 4 grenades.
4 HEs and he still didn't die.
Well, that's what your coach is for.
Yeah.
From this distance, you throw it 1 step, maybe 2 steps. Pharmacy sign will be counter flashes. You see the flashes go off behind Sanji so he can face at the same time. That is how you flash for your teammates. It's not in front of them, you flash behind them. He creates some space, Sanji, to limit the multi-peaks. KRB doesn't seem to... Oh no, the bomb's fallen all the way down into the pit.
Yeah, pit of flames. Bombs down there. Sanji as well. He's not really missing a beat right now.
Killer Croc in the sewer.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's so standard, isn't it? It's so simple. Beautiful. Got to be careful about peeking as soon as the flash goes off, because if there's an AWP, it's an auto shot pretty much. And in this round, North have done 5 points of damage. So it's not really there for them at the moment.
It's such a struggle, isn't it, on the T side? They can't seem to really get the openings of the ball rolling. Avangar have a lot of really good setups and some great confidence in the holds. I think one thing is that North were not really respecting Avangar's B holds enough and tried to just barrel everyone through the tunnels. When I think Avangar, they're so competent, you need to... Already the statement that they have sent forward is that if you want to take B, you got to send forward a strong B split, but you probably have to work on that B split by actually going for a default, like forcing away rotation. So you trap 3 players towards that A side of the map, then go for the split. You gotta do everything. You gotta cross the T's, dot the I's against these guys.
Well, there's a bit of fortune for them. Bowdy will get the first kill, but not for long. Oh
Wow.
my goodness, Buster, he really is delivering the goods here in the last couple of rounds. 4 versus 3 now as he gets his third.
Oh my god.
He is absolutely owning them. And that smoke towards mid doors, it's not good enough. You need to smoke Xbox if you're going to try and attempt to challenge middle and see what's available. Luckily, Kiabi's cracked up in the B side, but how long can he hold on to it for? There is a CT rotating in from the window. Flash won't do too much for him, so the CT could just run through here and kill him, but luckily that won't be the case. They're going to go for the plant here, and KD needs to plant defensively. CT right there, catches him out, but this round's over. No chance they're going to survive this. Cadian has to hit the 1 versus 1 shots, but not going to happen. Too low HP, and that will be it. So Avangar are just looking way too comfortable right now. Every play that's being made, they're pouncing on it. They're ready for anything that North have up their sleeve, and it's going to be 9-5, maybe even double digits at the end of the half here.
Maybe that AWP buy really early on from James was just like, they're so confident they're going to own North on this map that this doesn't matter. These are some crazy good shots here coming out of Buster. I wasn't expecting to see this out of him.
That's too easy, though. That shouldn't be like that. You know, you've got to smoke down like that. Flash has to go over, right?
Right,
Smoking the Xbox down. You can't just be creeping up short when there's an AWP in middle. That's it's not ideal. This is pretty average stuff from North.
Only 2 rounds outside of the pistol that they've won.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
Wow.
I'm loving this no respect style.
That's how you do it.
That's a sick angle. That's really cool. Get in there fast.
He was super fast. They should have heard that the CT was in the fire down low. KRB moving into plant for the short position. Is that Gate standing up there? You can see his shadow if you're on a low ground, if you're standing right on the corner of that ledge. Your shadow will be displayed underneath, so that is a warning for Avangar. Sanji's been taken out. Maybe we'll see another round for North. They do have 5 rounds already. This is the last round of the first half, so there's plenty of action to come in the next few seconds, but it's not terrible for North, despite how bad each round has looked. Ding dong, goodbye Gate.
It's looking so easy for Avangar. They're just beasting. Gabby has to get his clutch on. That's not a bad start. Cadian is just out of the picture entirely here. There's literally nothing that he can do. Oh man, so out of position. And that's going to be that. A wrap on the first half. 10-5 Avangar. 2 rounds for North outside of the pistol. Dominance.
Yeah, this is what I expected, and thus too Avangar really get into their stride. They look very strong indeed, with all 5 players reaching double digits. North are going to have to pull their socks up if they stand a chance here of closing it out in 2. We'll take a break and be back with the second half. Things starting to go a bit south here for North. Not really looking themselves on Dust 2. We'll see whether they can pull it back on the CT side. They'll focus towards middle for now. AZ trying to get some damage down towards T-spawn. It's Jame a little bit there. And they've got 1 smoke and 2 flashbangs to operate with here on the T side. We'll see now if this is going to be enough to break down the defenses of North. A very important pistol. If the Danes can pick this one up, they should be back into it. If they don't, I feel like Mirage is almost a certainty. Avangar look way too comfortable on this map.
Sanji holding angles in mid. Who's going to peek first? Non-committal, non-commitment. At present. North being patient though. They're just waiting it out. They look ready to defend the A bomb site. AZ spotting every so often. He has heard sound cues lower tunnel. He will tell his team that he's not spotting short, so they will be expectant. Got a plan for worst case scenario. 3, now almost 4 players making their way up to the short position. No one with a P250, interestingly, despite Kika having no Kevlar. He's opted for all the grenades. There's plenty of long range on Dust 2, so you'd think you'd find one, but not the case. Maybe the numbers game will prevail. Speaking of numbers, we've got 3 CTs on the A bomb site now, and the kills are flying in for North. Cadian just waiting, baiting with 9 HP. He'll pick at the right time, but can he find a frag? He can't. Look at that. What the hell's going on? Everything turned around. I gave 2 HP versus 3. Well, that escalated very quickly indeed.
It really did. It all gets out of hand very quickly. 5 versus 3, but North had been headshot twice. And Avangar pincering from long as well made things very uncomfortable. Here's the first 2 picks. Looks very good, but here's the backstab coming in. This was the real problem for them. As soon as that kill happens, all hell breaks loose, and it will be Avangar picking up the pistol comfortably. 11-5, forced by from Cadian. No one else. He's got the scout. He's going to try and go for the pick and see spawn. Focusing on the left-hand side, but looks of things. Doesn't hit it. Spots 1. And now changes towards the B bomb site. So there we go. Long control gathered by Avangar. No one there at all on the CT side. This is looking like a very simple procedure for them.
I eco for AWP in pistol rounds.
You
almost
don't buy
all
anything?
the time. Huh?
You don't buy anything on pistol?
A lot of the time I don't buy anything. Sometimes I'll buy a smoke, and then I'll probably kill someone. And then I'm in the same position. Because then round 3, you have an AWP no matter what. No matter what.
Yeah.
It depends on the map and the position I'm playing. But in most cases, I'll eco for AWP in a pistol round.
Well, there you go.
Should buy a Deagle in the pistol round, James.
I bought one once on Dust 2. Didn't quite work out. So it's like, nah, I'm good.
That would do.
I'm a P250 man. I do like a Deagle though. But the P250 has my heart. Well, this is the turn of a role reversal, if you will. All of North in T-spawn. Or T-spawn, if you're from certain countries. They can at least avoid the Mac 10 and not give that bonus money away. So, there is reason. Oh, through the legs? No, on the side. Okay.
Henry, is this over?
I would say Avangar look incredibly comfortable, yes.
Will North win a single round on the CT side?
Don't know. Probably a couple, yeah. That's no one can know for sure. That's the problem.
He's going to lock in a couple?
Yeah, I suppose so. If you need me to lock it in, I'll lock in a couple of rounds.
Lock it in, Henry.
Nice.
Orbs out. And Cadian surviving the scouts means his investment in the previous round wasn't completely in vain. He has it now. But this is...
But you don't want to be against Norp.
Not really, to be honest. Not ideal. That's...
Got to find positions where the Orp likely will not be. Cadian has gone towards car. So good solid position. This is a really standard approach from North you're seeing here. 2-3, have 3 it's long at the beginning, they start to spread out, go to split one off into CT to help play with AZ in this case. Akiabi and AZ can be that dynamic duo to control traffic in middle, keep tabs on the information, try to punish the Ts if they go overextend, and you keep your cat covered by the car player. In this case, it's Cadian. So really standard stuff. That's just a straight peek. Not a bad trade though. The split onto B is coming in, but most of them coming through the tunnels. This is looking scary right now for North. How do they do this? AZ straight through the smoke, but is it in vain?
I think it might be. That hasn't helped them out at all, really. 3 versus 2. No kits, no nades. 2 rifles up against James with AWP as well. Bombs down. They might have been better off saving this. There's almost 0 chance of winning the round. 13-5. Avangar look like they have North's number here. Dust2 just doesn't seem to be a strong map for North at this point. T-side was pretty underwhelming. Mid-round calls weren't really there. Executions were pretty basic. They had that one little trick towards middle with the double smokes, but didn't. I've seen teams use that smoke toward the left of middle and CT spawn and use it in a much more effective manner. They try to sneak through spawn as you're pressuring A as well, and like make that really difficult to handle. It's not a move people expect. And they just seemed like they were just holding middle, trying to get a pick, and that was all they were doing with it. There we go. Surviving
That's
a
not
bit.
really PG, is
They
it?
know how to. Well, hold on a second. They know you can save there.
Yeah.
But Kikert suicided like in front of it in the first half. I tell you, man, it's just too early for some people.
Yeah.
Still waking up.
Oh, James with the long spawn with the orb.
It's almost over. If North don't find a victory
What's
soon,
going on?
it is almost over on this map. Avangar just looks so utterly dominant. James goes for the quick picks, sees nothing. What does that tell them? Well, they can take long, tells them that, but it also tells them there's no CTs there. So where could they be? Well, short is the likely explanation. And there is a stack towards short. So North actually, there is a smoke you can throw onto short from long, which is pretty powerful if you're attacking from this position in this manner. So it'd be cool to see them throw that. You can also throw the CT spawn smoke, which is also amazing in a situation like this. Oh, we have, in fact, a Molotov.
For short as well.
Interesting.
That's quite nice. It stops the angle while they go for the push. This is a kind of a Vanguard that we want to see, but it looks like they are in trouble a little. Sanji down to 5 HP, but pretty much the entire team is here. They're on either side of the smoke grenade. They're replenishing it, but there's a giant gap, and they're taking damage through it. Oh boy, surely not like this. They don't get a single kill.
So
what
James,
in the blazes?
so you know when I said you can throw that CT spawn smoke from long? That's the reason you do it. Because then they can't stack there, they can't boost to elevator like you're seeing, they can't do any boosts. The players on catwalk are completely exposed if you get the smoke up there as well. That's surprising to me. Avangar as a Dust2, somewhat of a Dust2 specialist team, not to think, oh goody, they're on catwalk, let's throw these smokes. Let's keep these pistols away from us. Let's not allow them to pop flash through smokes, boost over smokes. What do you make of that, Henry?
I agree. It was an interesting take from Avangar, though. I like that. Molotov towards short should have yielded a little bit more success, in my opinion. That was against 2 rifles and pistols, and North actually got the clean sweep. So they're back on their feet, and now, for now at least, we'll see if they can keep it up, as Avangar will buy up what they can. James still has the AWP, but Buster and Sanji, however, Desert Eagles. Still very powerful on a map like Dust2, given the right circumstances. We'll see Cadian hold short this time. James struggled with this position in the earlier rounds of the game. We're going to peek it together. Flash over, give him multiple targets, hopefully take him down. Shots taken, but not connecting. Flashbang will have to do as he tries and buy himself a little bit more time here. Incendiary might have forced him to push. We'll see if they're that way inclined. They're going to wait instead, so he will get back in position. He really is playing with fire in more ways than one here, as this could be disastrous. If he goes down with nothing, they've got the A site. He is alone there. And his retreat strategy right now isn't amazing. He needs one quick kill and then somehow get out of this difficult spot.
He's playing off the timing of the grenades. Is he able to escape? Oof. He is. Does he fall back all the way to long with his teammates? There's a player on a slope. He's about to get peeked, and there's nowhere to hide once he misses that shot. But, ooh. They're only going to plant the bomb. They don't have long. Maybe they're assuming that it's clear, but Buster's holding the angle. He's holding the line. He'll hit a shot as well. Miss a shot, but Sanji will clean up. Buster delivers a frag, but not a tag, not a frag. And that's going to be it. They take 2 plays out. The AWP's collected. Round number 7 for North.
They're going to take their time, recover all the snipers, the grenades, the pistols, anything they can get. Double orb set up for the first time for North here, as they get 2 rounds in a row after losing the pistol. So not done yet, it seems, but that bomb plant does allow them to buy somewhat into this round. This is the play from Cadian. Like I said, he really I was going to struggle to get back. Just about did this. It was a wonderful shot. Really nice towards Fitch. AZ heard kicker jumping onto those boxes, so went for the pre-fire, nailed it. And no force buy, but there is a scout and an AK. Buster investing a little bit more cash in his teammates to bring that out, trying to cause as much damage as he can financially this round. It's AZ on the secondary AWP, KDM with the primary. As they head towards long, they have been incendiaried out, so can't exactly rush it. Default round, 2 in B tunnels, 2 in T-spawn, 1 outside long. Looks like they'll finish up towards B, judging where the bomb is heading right now.
Into upper tons. There's not up there. Fitch has a smoke. So perhaps he throws the smoke. Could land just in front of the steps, so you can kind of spill out the choke point. Still though, as soon as that smoke comes in, AZ's going to start just shooting shots off. Nades will start to flow in as well from the CTs. And oh, it's a dry peek actually, trying to deal with AZ. Oh my, he's missed a lot of shots here. It's a very tight choke point. There you go. Gate is also supporting, so there's really nothing that the Vanguard can do here. And they'll be shut down. So there's a real chance now for North to get back into the game. Vanguard having some rounds which I would say that they created advantage, but were unable to execute correctly on this T side. And that's that small opening that they created with those 2 rounds. North took it, and they're building on it now, and it's looking kind of scary. 10K for Gate in the bank.
Yeah.
Money's there for them. Double up is there as well.
UMP and the Galil. Ooh, that looked close. Not quite the connect though. Round 22. Once North get the double digits, we can start talking about that 2-0. AZ, like we said, secondary AWP looking towards middle right now. They've got a few smokes remaining, and they towards lower. Barely scrapes Fitch, but oh, I love this. This is a nice little play. You can make this a reality. Why not? That's beautiful. Really well done. You just don't expect that to be a play. With Silence M4 especially, perfectly done.
Seems that Avangar will head towards the B-bomb site. Molly will separate Fitch from the rest of his team. Gate has heard him. He looks like he's waiting for a flash from a teammate. Or is he? No, AZ's moving in. No flashbang, just the AWP with the first shot. Running distraction. There'll be a trade. AZ's got the flicks now. Nice jump, peek to spot where James is. Does he dare peek? There's a support flashbang from a different teammate. And James is left. Just the 1 frag for Avangar. Seem to be having similar difficulties to North.
Yeah. Yeah, very true. Also picked up some momentum here. Some serious momentum.
Oh, how patient is KDN? Does he think he's gone T-spawn? Oh, the timing might work in his favor either way. Gets closer, and it's a 360 from James, but doesn't work out for them this time. And they should be eco here. 3K per player, 39. North edging their way back in. They were 4-0 up in the first half. Looked at their T side, that was pretty underwhelming, but starting to dig their heels in on the CT side. Buster with 19 kills. Top of the scoreboard there. Valdo with the AK is where he does his best work. Can they find the double digits? AZ challenging T-spawn, spots 1. Well, he knows there's a chance there and nails it. I'm not sure what Sanji's hoping to happen.
What is he trying to achieve?
I don't know. It's got all sorts of wrong here.
We've had a few rounds with some bizarre actions in them.
That was the bomb as well.
Yeah, just dropped the bomb. T-spawn. Well, I've lost it, boys. I had the deagle, I was challenging middle.
What is the meaning of this? Unconventional stratego from Avangar. It's a mystery, but I'm turning the page. Maybe they can do the same. 5 rounds in a row for North. Do you wonder, at this point you have to think that whoever's on the CT side in the second half is probably at the advantage. Plenty of money. AZ's got 15,400. He's losing money by winning rounds.
Yep.
That's a great situation to be in when you're on the CT side.
It's a good problem to have.
Can't find enough suitcases to stuff with cash.
The mattresses have been
Drug
teared
dealer
open.
problems, Henry.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Have we?
Some more than others. Dan, want to comment on this? Or?
Flip up the mattress, search for the
There
cash.
we go. I knew you'd set you up.
There he is.
I was seeing if I could bait him into it.
Temper D.
Just had to plant the seed in his head. I knew it would come out eventually.
All of a sudden, he's in the Radio One
He's-
studios. He's
Tim
good to go.
Westwood,
Yeah. Tim Westwood presents DDK live.
Yeah. Dan's still about.
Fire in the booth. It's going to be a crazy 2019.
Yeah, of the Dan.
Here we go. Round 24. Towards short they go, more of a default round. If Avangar starting to shrink somewhat, as they can't seem to get any plants down or any promising situations for themselves. A boost in CD spot. This used to be the AZ position I used to call this back in the day. He was the one who really got results from it, but he'll be all picking the back of B for now. That's what we saw from Avangar as well. So that boost and spawn is just to counter mid-splits, and that grenade is to hit people in the face, take them down to 58 HP, and that's done a very good job. Oh, that's really not ideal. What have you done that for? I can't believe you've done this.
Wow.
I can't even work out how you'd do well to try and throw that grenade at your teammate who's boosted up there, but I guess I'll get off that position now. Thanks, man.
Oh, man. That's
If they do a mid-split now, and that's the position that would have saved the round, I will love it. It looks like the A execution. So you can execute on Dusty on the A sites. Not many teams do the full execution, but you can smoke off the long corner twice, segregate the AWP from the bomb site, flash over, jump players down towards spawn, focus on the ramp. I don't think it'll be that technical this time. Looks more like just the flash over, Molotov at the ramp. Go for it, try and negate the AWP. That's easier said than done. They've done some great flashbangs there. They've managed to get on the site and ding Cadian. He's out of there. Bomb planted, 5 on 5.
Does someone dare go for a flank long? For a T side, that would be pretty cool to see. But they have to worry about short. They have short. They've got the high ground for players moving through CT. Could not be more awkward for AZ. No one really to cover him as he moves into that position. Rest coming up that long area. There's a flash. That is a very nice shot. Valde and Cadian doing what they can. Cadian now is going to drop, and it's down to Kiabi. He'll get wrecked as well. One round closer are Avangar from taking it to map number 3, 14-10. But again, North are falling over money. 2 AWPs bought immediately by AZ and Cadian.
This is it. Avangar back on their feet. But remember the new update, the reset isn't as dangerous as it once was, so still plenty of chance to give a round up. It'll be fine. Valde flashing his fingers in towards long. AZ struggling somewhat. Might as well get the hell out of there, as he can feel a lot of pressure heading his way. Nades exchanged, no real damage inflicted on either side, but long control granted. And this is the reaction from North. They've lost long, so they're trying to claim real estate elsewhere. But what an angle this was strategy.
Wow.
He didn't even get a shot in. I thought he had the perfect angle there. Looked like it
Yeah.
was done. Great stuff.
Hello. That's a nice pick as well. That's much needed to try to help them towards that bomb site, because with losing all that control towards tunnels,
Yeah.
they have to assume they're locked out of anything except long at this point. And we saw how poorly the last take of the bomb site went from long, and that was just 2 rifles and 3 pistols.
And they've got short under control now. They can pretty much guarantee that the players are all locked in towards long A. You can see they've got them outside long doors now on the CT side. That will be Gade and Kiabi. They don't have to go any further than this. They could boost up in the long doors potentially and just leave a player there again. That would be really cool. But they're going to challenge this. Actually, might work out perfectly. It's just this kill is the most important one. Almost got a little bit awkward there, but Gabe now continuing his assault towards long. It's working out very nicely indeed. 2 players remain as they desperately try and get the plan down here for the extra cash. It's going to work out. At least they get the plan. Remember, they haven't been fully reset now. They will still get a pretty decent cash injection into the next round, so they're all hovering around 4K. So with the bomb down, that pretty much is maximum loss bonus. They only go down to 2,900 instead of 1,400.
Yeah, with the old economy system, that would have been might have just been it.
Yeah.
Might have just been game there for North, but call close enough.
Impressed by Gade with that play. Didn't think he was worth 2 after the first shot, and it wasn't clean, but have to be proven wrong. This is a big moment now. If North can win this round and get 14-12, they probably tie it up to 14-14. But there still is a buy there for Avangar, however weak it is. Only 3 smokes, no Molotovs, 3 flashbangs. And they're waiting. They boost up into the long box this time. Very cheeky spot.
Sanji collecting the bomb. Where is it headed? Short's been taken by Avangar. Will they now try to take out the long position as well, or leave a lurker there? A flank was absolutely brutal last round. The A site is empty, although they'll have to, actually, I was going to say have to throw some utility. They've got 3 smoke grenades and a flash, so they will be concerned. Using a numbers game. Now, everyone's leaving the short position, all 4 players. It would make sense to hold short. They don't have long, so they need to plant for short, and indeed, Buster will go back to hold that short position. Now, how will this flank activate? 2 players in long. Valde keeping an eye on the doors as North come in from city spawn.
It's another 5-on-5 retake here, but there's the HE kill. It looks like that Incendiary's going to do a lot of work as well. Allows them to get up towards the bomb site. North making all the correct moves at this stage as they have to negate Kicker, though. That is not a clean spray. He needed to find a quick kill there, but not going to happen. The defuse will come in comfortably, and North win the round. But the plant coming in does probably allow another plant, or sorry, buy for Avangar here.
Good one as well.
Yeah, so you can see they've got around $4,000. This new update is designed to give us more action, more gun rounds, and stop teams from being reset and completely removed from the game itself.
Punish the team that's been playing better throughout the match less as well. Yeah. Or punish the team is overall better. That's also.
Like in top tier games as well, when a lot of rounds are going down to 1v1s and stuff, you've won 4 or 5 in a row. Just to lose 1 round after that, and you've got nothing left. It kind of sucks, doesn't it? Like, we've won the rounds. We've done what we had to do. But, you know.
Now we're in a worse position. We're going to lose the game.
Yeah, now we're the ones getting absolutely wrecked. So, yeah, it does kind of make sense. I see what they're trying to do. Need a little bit more of a sample size than 1 day for me to work it out. But right now, I don't hate it. It means, especially for players, more casual audience, they won't be eco so much. This is a kill for James. Looks very good for him.
It's going to encourage more consistent Counter-Strike as well, which is a good thing for the pro level.
Yeah.
Astrala's just got way stronger with this update.
That's the problem, isn't it? Because they are known to have those slow starts and struggle with finances. Sometimes the earlier sectors of best of 3s. Every updater seems to be helping them out a little bit. It's just like, you know what, here you go. So Cadian, this is what we call the execution. You see, they've got a tunnel towards the A side. Good HE, but that's a really nice execution there. Avangar have done their homework on this map. You can see why they've picked it. A clean plant, another 5-on-5 situation. If you're an in-game leader, you've got the bomb down, and no kills have been exchanged, you've called the perfect round at that point. You couldn't have done a better job.
This is more or less the same as the round prior in terms of retake positions. 2 plays on long, the rest coming from CT spawn. Didn't work for Avangar last time. What will be a difference maker this time? Not a good start, is it? Just taken down for absolute gratis from CT spawn. You know that they're there, you can hear them. And now they come up from the long position as well, and only North are getting frags at this point. 3 versus 2. The bomb's pretty far ticked though. Now 80's in a 1 versus 2, and this might be too much to ask for. Or is it? The play's in CT spawn. Has he got time to do it though? A jumping. Oh, is it going to be enough? Oh, he's so close. 27 HP. And they've defused a bomb again. Same scenario in a retake. Same failures from Avangar, giving 3 kills away.
It's so wild that works.
That's crazy.
He had to get 1 more bullet connecting on the jump peak. Buster did such a good job as well. James even said it. It looked like North were getting all the frags, but that was the most important one. Jumping up, anything. It was 27 HP, so 1 more bullet from that orb would have done it. He didn't even get the frag in the end, but he did save the orb. They continue to be able to buy it. The last 3 rounds have come down to defuses and 1v1s. North have plenty of cash, but they're still 1 round away from giving this one up. The grenade will do substantial damage towards Sanji. This game really starting to get exciting now. That was absolutely crazy, and this could be a double kill for Buster. He's been playing very well so far. Who will get the first kill? It's going to be him, but does he expect the second? Gade needs to get the trade in here. Not going to happen. 5 versus 3 very quickly.
Yeah, he did get the dink though. So, but what did North do at this point? What did Avangar do as well? I mean, Avangar, they have so much time. They've got to run the map. North, they would have to make some crazy godlike read or gamble to try to get back into this one, because Avangar can just cut noise, go back. They could all go back to T-spawn right now, flip a coin, which says A or B, and then probably still win the round. That said, they go towards long.
Cadian.
That's a huge whiff from Cadian. Needed to hit that one. Smoke to try and just cover himself as he escapes, and he won't take any damage. So that is a plus, but that had to go his way. In goes Buster. Things have been going his way. Maybe not for much longer. He's only got 2 HP. Oh, this AZ's not going to expect him to be so close. Now he knows. Alright, still a chance here. Or from window now. All the shots missing here. Finally one connects, but is it too little too late?
Could have been 2. AZ waiting for a flash. This one, no, it was a smoke to create space, run distraction. Valde makes his way in. Kika, that doesn't seem like he's actually considered this, and he just walks around the corner of the smoke. What else could that mean? AZ's alone now. 1 versus 3. He knows he can't fall back. 1 player's behind him, waiting for rotation.
They can't have much money. Oh, okay, it looks okay, actually.
They lost 1 round from the last 9.
But they had so many rounds where like everyone died except for like 1 guy,
That's
right?
true.
Oh, they did win with defusers, extra $250 for that, 3,500.
I want to see a ninja. Oh, there was 1 more to find. It could have been catastrophe. It could have spelled curtains. He knew at least 1 was on the site. He knew at least 1 was behind him. But such is life.
This is one of the games where I think we've really seen the new economy update come into full effect, because North have been playing really well. Like, look at what they've been delivering in the last few rounds. All these defusers, these retakes, 5v5s, post plants, they've been winning. If we had the old economy, they would have won the game already.
We'll see now if there's a chance for overtime. There's been plenty of them this week. North will obviously have to win the last 2 rounds now to get there, but that will be the full reset. They have looked pretty handy on their CT side. Lots of gambles taken. That's a strong position to get in towards. You get a huge advantage towards this position here. You get a shadow. And some players, like CSGO has this weird thing, you can't see your own shadow, but you can see your enemies, right? So you kind of forget sometimes walking into positions like that, you can be seen before you have any idea that you've been spotted. So very strong position for the CT to get into. And there's 5 players Avangar towards B. They're trying to bait out a bit of utility here, fire off the smoke and some bullets into it, see if there's any sort of reaction here. But Gade boosted in a really prime spot here. He's trying to avoid the flashbangs, but it could fall back as players come out. Still needs to do a lot of work here, but that's fantastic. Good for 2, and that's it. I feel like AZ had to get at least 1 there. The 3 versus 3 does not bode well as the smokes go down. Lots of damage done, however. It's going to be a bit of a struggle now. The bomb planted. Finds the first low HP player at the back. Hello.
There's KD and Taichi grenades. Kika in the tunnel will take 1 in the face, and this one is not over just yet. North will survive with 3 players. Will they opt for a second AWP? If so, they might want to delay the defuse, but it seems they're happy with just the 1.
So many bomb plants. So reliable.
The molly certainly helped us. I think it hit a player before it exploded, so there was a warning for North that a push was coming in. Now, will they take it to overtime? What is Valde picking up an AK-47? 2 AKs on the CT side, can't hurt. Both teams are reasonably equipped, well equipped in weapons. Reasonable for Avangar with grenades. Molly's off the long position. I haven't seen too many long takes this half, I don't feel like. A few up short. Valde deep in long. Somebody walks in those doors, he's got a shadow. So, ooh, Kiabi. Not going to see Jame in front of the box.
I love this play, the audacity of this guy. Pushing it towards middle like this on the round 30. And there's a player there. He's got him. He's seeing if there's anything else available. He needs to be very careful. Oh, there we go. Go for the double kill now. Really nice stuff from Kiabi. Wants to get the hell out of there. Job's done. Rounds 1. And Valde's in T-Spawn as well. There's funneling them in towards B. This is looking so good for overtime. Take the kills while you can at this point. Stay alive, but it's a 4 versus 2. Fitch and Buster need to fight their way out of round 30.
You could love the audacity indeed to do this one. Round 30.
Yeah, I respect that. Most Danish teams historically always get in that mindset when they're on the cusp of getting back into it. They play not to lose instead of playing to win. They kind of go into their shell. You know, they lose that killer instinct. They don't want to make the big plays.
Kirby smash a shell. And now it's a Vanguard and 2v4. It's not a good look at all, but still doable. And Dust 2 is one of those maps where you can just make it work. So open, but they are killing way too much time here. They need, like, they're not giving themselves options once they get towards a bomb site to be able to take fights, to maybe get a kill or two, and then plant the bomb. They literally just have to run all the way now. Oh well, looks like they've done it. Have North overtime. Surely he's been secured. There it is. 15-15. What a fight back. The new economy system almost screwing over North in some senses, considering their late resurgence, but they've done it.
You're absolutely right there. So we... Oh, sorry, my bad. We're going to a break. I didn't think we would. It seems like it's 50-50 these days. We will go to a break and be back with the outcome of this game.
Cuando yo te vi, sentí que eras para mí. Te quiero descubrir y yo no quiero.
It seemed like Avangar had Dust 2 in the bag, but North started to roar and find their form here, and it looks like we're going into overtime, ladies and gentlemen. It is once again MR3, 10k, first to 19 will win. James with a long pick here. A little bit more than he bargained for, though. Not taking too much damage. Instead, to the face, but only one tick hits him. And Valda trying to sneak into those long doors again, perhaps, with the double HE to mask his footsteps. He has got into position, but they seem to be aware of it. Ooh, it's getting toasty in there, my friend. The fact he gets one kill is fantastic. That will do. He was in a lot of trouble there, so he'll take that.
With the form that North started to show towards the end of the CT side, it feels as though they surely have an edge leading into this one. The Vanguard started to have them really run circles around them. And so the Vanguard with the 4 versus 4, they've got so much time. They've got so many nades. You're often going to be finding that very favorable if you're on that T side. And they're looking to go in towards the A bomb site. But this is good prediction here from North because they have a nice setup to deal with an A aggression. They are shored up well against this. One in CT. We can see Kirby playing a one and done type spot here. And Kaden there for the flashbang. So how much would he get from this? They are all there for Kirby. He gets the third, and that's going to completely trash the round here. James left with the AWP. Almost makes a go of it, but AZ will shut him down. North are finding fantastic plays on this CT side suddenly. They're looking so proactive and so confident.
Yeah, that's what we call there. The alley-oop with the flashbang. Sets him up and somehow gets 3 out of that. Great stuff. You can see all the flashbang assists coming in from Katie in there, so lovely work by him. And he's still okay for Avangar though. Still, even on the T side, losing 2 in a row will lead you to an absolute nightmare third round. Single orb setup for North as Kicker looks to attack towards long here. Flash and goes high, but the CTs are already across, and he won't challenge the incendiary or back him off.
It is nice though to do this. It's kind of like, it's reminiscent of Banana and Inferno where you get the CTs to dump loads of utility on long.
True.
And you don't spend that much. It gives an advantage when you go for a late round that executes.
True.
Pump and dump.
How do they turn this around? Seems North are, as time goes on, they're getting more and more used to Vanguard's antics, which doesn't bode well for James to be as effective on the CT side when he gets there. The kind of picks he was going for. Even with the stylish frags we saw from him, he's only got 15 kills to his name. Looking for something, but he's just not being served. And this is killing a lot of time for Avangar. They're a man down already. That's a very disadvantageous peak. That part of that wall that sticks out. If there's a CT in CT spawn, so basically a free kill. They're further away, which they often are. So he hasn't got anything out of this just yet. Trying to bait somebody to have a look, it seems. There'll be some action from A. The B guys are static. They know better than to peek.
Time running thin here. 30 seconds. And there's not really much to be said apart from B approaching. He's getting at least one of these. Will he get the second? Absolutely not, but the bomb's gone down. And Kicker and James are nowhere to be seen. They just have to run in here and hope for the best, and James can nail a shot. They're making a lot of noise. AZ should turn his attention towards the tunnels momentarily, and that will actually lead to his death. And there's going to be a very difficult plant now. If Kiabi gets one of these, that's round over. No chance to plant. You definitely want to take James down, though. His money's running thin, and even though Kiabi dies, he'll be happy with that. That's fine. They've got plenty of cash on the CT side. They've got enough of this final buy, and James will be dropped to North, but there's going to be compromises made. There'll definitely be a pistol or two. NOA boost coming in. Kiabi the one to get the initial frag. And there it is. Kiabi to close it out as well. Great
I
stuff.
feel like they are waiting for James to get a peek, but there have been so many rounds that North have an idea of what Avangar are trying to do, so they simply don't peek him, let him stand in mid. The clock runs down, and they walk into the B bomb site. North are just waiting for the execute into a site. That's where they find themselves at an advantage. James still alive. Ooh, Valde expecting him to have exited with those grenades, and Avangar get themselves a chance. Maybe they can collect a weapon now, because they've got Buster on a Deagle, Sanji on a Scout. Less than ideal. Kiabi with some sound cues on short. He's not being challenged right now. Now AZ will take Valde's spot, but it seems these players could still be prepared. Again, Vanguard playing a super slow style, and North are just abusing it, taking liberties. Aggression all over the place, and Vanguard aren't always responding.
Yeah, really powerful nade there. North have somehow got themselves back in this round. They actually have a bit of an edge now as well. Below HP of 3 players. Kickads will join his teammate James. Towards short is Buster. They have smokes, Molotovs, flashes. Kiabi currently behind the car, looking at the floor to completely shroud himself. That is not the approach you want. Walking up with, we just mentioned they had all that utility. They walk up dry like that, and you had an AWPer. I just don't see what the general idea was there. Cadian spots another, but I don't think he gets his kill. Surely going down, and it's up to Kiabi to try and stay hidden now and deny the plant. Hello. 1 versus 1. 20 seconds remain, and it will be a clean sweep there for North boys. They're looking like they are ready to close this one out. This was an Avangar map. It felt like they were way stronger than North in the first 25% of the game or so, but it's all flipped on its head in overtime.
Yeah, they did really, really well, and everyone's woken up. And the Vanguard, they have just been effectively losing for the last God knows how many rounds, like 15 odd rounds now at this point.
Yeah.
They've been starting to struggle enormously, if not finding ways back in. Now they switch sides, and Avangar are on the side which they had so much success, and they got that 10-5 half straight away on that CT side. And North, surely we should see something way more powerful from North now, considering that they have all this momentum.
Yes.
Switch onto that T side. Confidence is back.
This is where James was an issue with the AWP, and he continues to be on that short area, and he's fast, and this is the action that we saw on the CT side. On the T side, it seems they were dependent on him doing this, but didn't really hit the mark. Now they're up against 3 match points. North moving into the B bomb site in response, but the bomb is T-spawn at present. So this is the issue for North. They need to find a way to stop James from doing that kind of thing around mid doors, around a short position. That's been around low tunnel even. That's been the main issue for them, I would say, or one of the key issues. Missing on the T side, but on the CT side, very, very dangerous. And now there are 4 players in the B bomb site as AZ starts to walk in.
This is one of the most hopeless rounds I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's just everyone knows it's over.
Yep, it's all done. They know exactly where he is. Locked him in with 2 incendiaries. But there it is, Avangar. The must-win round goes in their favor. Not a single kill given up. North smartly take the tactical timeout. Let's work out what we can do with this round because money won't be great if we lose this. So, what's the call? What's the play?
Wait for James to push mid somewhere.
Yeah.
Put someone suicide. Looking towards mid doors or short. Or wait for him to try and slaughter everyone. Frag Jane win the round. Maybe.
It's been nothing but CT victories so far in overtime. Can North change that? Find the 2-0. Time will tell. Taking the timeout. Discuss their options. Cadian has the AWP. Looking for the gap shot here. Fire off. Nothing there this time. Maybe a long take, but they're going to slow right down. You see nothing towards B. Nothing at all. Now flash towards short. It's going to be Valda to get it there quickly. He's suspecting that it's clear, and he would be right in thinking so. So valuable information gathered. I think that's a smoke for CT spawn he's setting up, or just to block vision from the A site. Molotov now to make things uncomfortable for the CTs. They flash out the long doors, Cadian to set them up. Sanji looking for frags here. Damage done. And now this is what we call the pincer. They know there's a player towards short as well. They need to work out exactly what's going on here. Oh, it's the one-way smoke Valda set himself up.
And Valda did a good move. You could see like they stopped, they paused outside long doors as Valda ran up catwalk. Valda knew that he would be heard by anyone in CT. That pulls rotation away from long to make long easier to take. But even still, it's ended up that North are 4 against 5. And the Avangar holding on to catwalk here. And if you throw the smoke onto catwalk into CT, it's pretty difficult, honestly, to stop the Ts from getting onto the site when you've exhausted utility. So this push from Sanji confirms what they suspect, which is that all the Ts are still sitting on long.
Yeah.
And so now North really have to make this a snappy one. And again, that smoke is not ideal, just because the CTs can get very close and boost around it.
It's not looking good for North, I'll say that much. Kicker's got such a prime position here, waiting for a kill, which he knows he's going to get. There it is. And it looks like he'll get multiple frags here. Kiabi will bring a couple back. Winnable round now, at least. I actually might have spoken out of line because Bus is down to 4 HP. It looked like it was completely over. And what's happened there?
Ooh, just enough time.
No, I don't think there is.
There is, he's got it.
Oof.
3.5 seconds, that's all you need.
Wow.
That almost went so badly wrong.
How did he get that incendiary kill from there? That's insane. Okay, well, Gade now. And Buster really is banking on the fact that a mistake will be made here. Really got to get his skates on. He hasn't got a kit either.
He's on scope now as well.
Oh, to be honest, Gade's playing into it. The fact he's gone ramp, he's going to scope at the ramp. Oh no, the no-scope's coming.
Oh, I felt it as well, but it's not. 1916, North have done it. They, honestly, at the beginning of DAY2 looked completely shut down, shut out. Most of these highlights, I'm sure, will be Avangar highlights, but then things will quickly change.
That's insane. It was a 15-13 game for Avangar. Looked like they were going to close it out, but North finally... There's Jamie again with the Zeus. They finally started showing some form in there. Their CT side looks very good. managed to get some fantastic retakes. Remember, there were so many scenarios there where the bomb got planted at a 5-on-5, and more often than not, North were successfully retaking the bomb site there. So credit where credit's due. His Buster closing things out in the pistol. That was a nice job by him. Cadian certainly had his moments as well. There was a lot of pressure applied from that A side. So many flashes and some great executions from Avangar. You can see the map they play. I love that kind of tunnel of smokes they had towards the A side to get the bomb down. That's what was allowing them to get those 5-on-5 situations. But it is going to be a 3-0 for North in the first half of overtime, and they find the second round of the second half. That was a great play. The flashbang set up there, the Silence them 4 we're seeing more and more of. Here are the results, the stats. You can see Kickout at the very top. It's the top fraggers on the side of Avangar. Kickout and Buster 29 and 28 respectively. AZ at the top in terms of ADR, Kiabi certainly in terms of frags. He had 28 and 25. Great game that one. Went to overtime. Not the overtime I was hoping for. It looked like Avangar was rolled over in the first half, but still an exciting game nonetheless. And here's the bracket, how it looks right now. Congratulations to North. They have made their way to the grand final, and they will play against either Mouseport or Vitality. And that game is happening tomorrow. That is going to be quite the matchup, I think.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting. Two teams facing each other. Well, I think are both in a growth period at the moment.
Yeah.
Trying to find identity and how everything works. So I think that'll be really interesting to watch.
Before we get that tomorrow, Dan, Mousesport's Vitality. You think Mousesport's have got that one in the bag?
I think it's a very hard one to predict. But I want to lean Mousesports just because it's a bit of the fan inside of me, because it's just such an exciting unit, and they have so much yet to show us.
Absolutely. Well, that will do it for today on the European broadcast. There's only one thing left to do on my card, James, and that's to talk about the social media and the tickets aspect. Which one would you like to do? You can choose one.
Tickets for the finals. London. It is the SSE Arena once again. It's coming up. ECS.faceit.com is where you can find yourself the information for the tickets. I do believe there is a discount, and I think they're going to get progressively more expensive as we get closer to the finals. So the earlier you buy, the better it is for you. Astralis will be there. Are you going to be there as well? That is the question. ECS.faceit.com.
There we go. Daniel, one last thing to do is the social media. You do such a good job of this. Why don't you knock it out of the park one more time?
As far as I'm aware, we've not had a single solid joke sent in so far for Henry G to read out and to amuse all of us and you there at home as well. You can get involved at ECS on Twitter, hashtag ECS7, tag us all in. You'll see us on the lower thirds, our Twitters as well, across the broadcast whenever we're on camera. So go check it out, join the discussion.
And just to note before we leave, I think the only guy that said the North were going to win that game was this guy right here. And on that note, it's goodbye from us. We'll be back with the North American broadcast very shortly, where we have NRG playing against INTS. So we'll see you there in about half an hour. So we'll see you there. Don't miss it.